Hey, how's everybody doing? I hope you are well today. I am in a fair bit of pain and I almost did this video with my giant heating pad. I have one that like snaps in the front and it goes all the way down your back, and it's the most amazing thing in the whole wide world. But I look like I'm from another planet or something if you only see me from here up. So I was like, well, I will endure the pain that I am in so as not to have you all go, what in the world, and turn it off without even listening to what I have to say, because today's going to be good. So, hey and welcome. My name is Amber, and I am a bookkeeper and a business systems and tools expert. So I also deal with strategy, I deal with funnels, I deal with everything in your business, and whoa, it hurts to breathe. Okay. I deal with everything in your business. All right. So today we're going to talk about business checking accounts and why that is so essential, and one way to do this. Now, I've been in business for 8 years. 8 years, and I'm just now doing this because I did not understand until really recently this concept that I don't have to go and get an EIN. I don't, which is a number from the government that tells, it's basically a social security number for your business. Well, I do recommend getting all of those things and doing all of that in some places, including here. It can cost you anywhere from $50 all the way to $300. And I've moved a couple times, so I just never did. And really, I wasn't making an asinine amount of money until the last like 3 years in my business. So it didn't make sense to do any of that. So I have just now done that, and one of my bookkeeping clients has that. And I realized as I was doing that I realized recently that you don't need to go and get an EIN, you don't need to go get a business license, you don't need to do any of that craziness. The only thing you need to do is start a second checking account in your own name. And all of your business expenses are going to come out of that account. And all of your income is going to go into that account. And then you're going to write yourself checks from that account, or you're going to make transfers. If you use the same exact bank, it makes it super easy. You should also have a business savings account. And here's why I say both of those things. I have a business savings account really close to home. It's a local bank. My checking account is not at a local bank, it's with USAA. And it's different. And the closest place that I can go and deposit cash is 8 hours away. USAA, get on it. Driving me bananas. And I'm so used to, we were in Texas before we came here, and that's where they're based out of. We were based in San Antonio, and that's where they're based out of. And I was just like, anytime I needed to do anything, I could just go and deposit cash. It was great. This is not like that. So, I started the business checking account in my own name. It's just another account because USAA doesn't even have business accounts. So at some point I'm gonna have to go and do that at a later date. But right now it's just in my name. That's it. And I'm gonna have checks for it, which I hardly ever have checks. I'm gonna have an ATM card for it. Again, it's just a personal account, but I'm using it for my business expenses, and that's completely okay. However, I'm going to tell you that over the last 6 years, I have wasted so much time and so much energy in having to go through all of my bank statements at the end of the year and my receipts and lining that up. It used to take me, and I probably will this year again, because I'm just now doing it. It's going to take me 2 days solid just going through everything to really make sure that I'm only claiming the things that I need to claim. And I'm so looking forward to next year. And I don't know why I didn't think about this before, but nobody tells you that. They tell you to go and get an EIN and do it that way. Well, then you need to have a business license. You need to do all this stuff. Just go start another account in your own name. Please take $25 of your earnings and start that account. And it just takes a couple of weeks to get going. And that's just something that you need to do. Now, the other thing that you probably will want to do, and it's not necessarily required, but I would highly recommend it, is to have a business savings account, so that if there are fees or things that come up once a year, you can take those individual, like per month, and you can say, okay, I know that, for instance, when I bought my web hosting, I bought 3 years worth of web hosting at one time. So I have not had to pay web hosting, and I will not have to pay web hosting again until 2021. But I should be taking money out every single month for the web hosting because it has to be paid up all at one time. So I'm going to have to come up with $144. Or if I do this per month, I can save up a little at a time, and then I'm not having to basically crap out $144 all at one time. I can do it gracefully and slowly over time. And again, this is going to come into play when you do get a business license. It's going to come into play if you have any certifications, like my personal training certificate. I've got to pay for that every couple of years. And if I can save for those things as I go, then I'm not having to come up with that money. And again, like, you can save an ungodly amount of money on your email marketing by paying for an entire year. So for instance, ConvertKit, I don't know what their discount is, but ActiveCampaign, it's $15 per month if you pay monthly, and it's only $9 a month if you pay for it through the whole year. Now, that's 6 times 12, that's $72 extra. $72 that you're saving by paying for the yearly amount. That's insane. You basically have gotten, well, if you don't, 72 divided by, if you were paying per month, you basically got almost 5 months for free. So it's a lot of money. It's a lot of money. And it's going to be the same with a lot of things. That your URLs, for instance, you're going to have to pay for a year. And granted, those are only $18 a pop. But if you have 10 or 15 URLs, like some people, that's a lot of money to come out, and it's going to come in staggering amounts, depending on when you bought them. And it just makes a lot of sense, in my opinion, to go ahead and start saving for those things. So having the business savings account where you can just shove a little money in there every month until you get enough to either pay for hosting for a year ahead of time, and then continue to save a little bit each month so that you can make sure you have the money when it's time to renew. It will save you so much time and so much energy. And if and when you get to a point where you have $5,000 in there, you can go and switch it over to a money market account. in which case you're going to make a lot more money in your interest rate will be much, much higher. The downside to money market accounts is that you can only make so many transfers per month without incurring a fee. So that's going to be kind of a trigger point. It depends on how often you're pulling or transferring money out of there as to how, whether or not that's a good option for you or not. And when you go to do your books at the end of the year, guess what's going to be so much easier? Taxes, because all of the expenses that are coming out of there are business expenses. It's the only thing you're using that account for. Cha-ching. Life just got easier. So that's something I would totally recommend. And then obviously make sure that you have your chart of accounts put together. I did a post about that a couple of days ago, so go back and take a peek at that if you have not seen it. I will talk to you all later. See ya. Bye. Oh, hey, P.S. If you are in need of bookkeeping services, I have some openings right now. Very, very few openings, but I do have some openings if you are a VA, a designer, or a coach. These are the 3 people that I am working with right now. And I also have something coming up for Black Friday that I'm super duper excited about. So let's hang out for that. And then I'm sorry, I just lost my total, like my entire flow just kind of went out the window. So forgive the awkwardness. I will talk to you all later. Have a good day. See ya. Bye.